The future of humanity lies with electric vehicles. With increasing pollution levels and high fuel prices, the world is racing towards an era where your automobiles will be powered by electricity and not the traditional fuel that is used to enable your travel. Fortunately, China will not control your future mobility, as the next gen EV vehicles won't be made in China, but in countries like Japan and India. And it seems that the future will not be made in China. Literally, everyone wants to make future EVs. So, as to get the first mover advantage in the market that will decide the way human beings travel in the near future, even smartphone maker Apple and its Taiwanese supplier Foxconn are looking to manufacture EVs, and they are looking at friendly regimes like India and Japan. Hi and welcome. You're watching TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Tribhuvan, and in this video, I will tell you how Apple and Foxconn smashed Beijing's hope of becoming a global EV powerhouse. Before you start watching this video, you must have seen me wear these amazing t-shirts with Sanskrit quotes and Indian heroes. And the great news is that you can get them too. Just visit tfistore.com and pick your favorite from a bunch of options. Over the past few years, China has been repeatedly looking to take the lead in EV sector. It has built way too much of hype around its EV makers, and even the highly indebted real estate giant China Evergrande Group, which is now on the verge of defaulting, had tried to launch an electric vehicle venture last year. It is a different matter that Evergrande's electric vehicle startup worth $87 billion failed to produce a single automobile. China has been looking to mobilize investors by building up hype about its EV industry. However, Apple and Foxconn have refused to take the bait of manufacturing EVs in China and have dashed Beijing's hope of becoming a global EV powerhouse by choosing Japan and India as their favorite partners. As per Reuters, Apple Inc.'s talk with China's CATL and BYD over battery supplies for its planned EVs have stalled. Three people with knowledge of the matter suggested that the refusal of Chinese firm to set up teams and build plant creating solely to Apple. As Apple's deal with Chinese firms fell out, the American tech giant decided to consider Japanese EV battery makers and sent a team to East Asian nation this month. Panasonic Corporation is one of the companies in consideration to serve as a supplier of EV batteries to Apple, which is said to be planning the launch of an electric car by 2024. Apple is likely to finalize a deal for EV batteries in Japan because the tech giant is in a hurry after the Apple car project head Doug Field decided to return to Ford Motor Corporation. No company, including Apple, wants to delay the rollout of EVs as global markets conventional fuel-based cars over the next few years, and this is the time to cash in on the rise of EV markets. Liu Yangwei, chairman of Taiwanese tech major Foxconn, has revealed plans to produce electric vehicles in Europe, India and Latin America. Yang Wei also said that Foxconn's plans include indirectly cooperating with German automakers. He suggested that the timeline would be Europe first, then India and Latin America. Foxconn's plans to go in line with Prime Minister Modi's Make in India initiative. Yang Wei said that his company would be using what is described as BOL model, that is build, operate and localize. Foxconn will invest with domestic partners to build and operate local factories in the host country and then sell the output to local consumers. Foxconn's EV ambitions are running at a fast pace, and the company has already finalized deals with American startup Fisker Inc. and Thailand's energy group PTT PCL. Foxconn is presently functioning as a contract electronics maker and enjoys a technological edge in software and semiconductor technology. It wants to use these inherent advantages for dominating the supply and services in the global EVs market. By between 2025 and 2027, Foxconn plans to provide components or services for 10% of the electric automobiles in the world. Speaking about how advancement in software and semiconductor technology position Taiwan as a prospective leader in the EV industry, Yang Wei said, "These are the advantages that Taiwan has cultivated for many years and is best at." Apple and Foxconn are expected to be an integral part of the global EV revolution. Now, their reluctance to get involved in China for the upcoming EV projects may as well derail China's EV ambitions. The hostile business environment in China and President Xi Jinping's vindictive campaigns against tech giant is the reason why Apple and Foxconn don't seem too excited to invest in China. Apple has been at the receiving end of the enhanced scrutiny by Beijing that threatens to dismantle the closed platform character of Apple's App Store that allows the American company to control applications, content, and or media and restrict access to unapproved applications or contents. Last month, the Chinese Supreme Court allowed consumers to sue Apple for alleged abuse of market power. And then the ongoing power crisis makes industrial activity in China difficult. Last month, some Apple suppliers had suspended operation in China due to a power crunch. Apple is also said to be slashing the production of iPhone 13 production targets for 2021 by as many as 10 million units as its suppliers fail to secure enough components. An EV venture in a country with severe power crisis may not be such a good idea. Moreover, China is not really a reliable partner in the EV sector. Tesla CEO Elon Musk learned it in the hard way when Beijing started generously funding Xpeng Motors, a Chinese electric vehicle maker, touted as China's challenger to Tesla. China has started phasing out Tesla and is using heavily subsidized local manufacturers to exclude foreign players. This is why no one, including Apple and Foxconn, wants to invest in the Chinese EV sector. The future of humanity will therefore not be made in China, as the communist nation isn't invited to the EV revolution.